Welcome to Time Out for Marriage. In Ecclesiastes we read, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." Time is important in our daily rhythm of life, as everything we do is set within the framework of time. So what about time in marriage? A lot can be said, but I'd like to focus on one aspect of time that we need to pay attention to, and that is when we choose to approach a difficult conversation with our spouse. Perhaps a source of conflict, an unhealed wound that has opened, or an issue with an extended family member. I know that in my own life, I've really blown it on timing with my husband on more than one occasion. But over the years, I've begun to learn better when to bring up the difficult conversations. So, here are some general guidelines to consider in deciding when to bring up a difficult topic with your spouse. First, it's best always to do it when you're both fresh and rested, not when either of you is tired. So if one of you is an early riser and the other one is a night owl, first thing in the morning or last thing at night are not times for serious discussions. You need to find a time that works for both of you. Secondly, it's important to have these conversations when you're both relatively calm and not worked up about anything, even if you're worked up about something different than what you're going to be discussing. Next, when the issue is not on the front burner and has to be dealt with in the moment. For instance, if your in-laws regularly invite you for dinner and the regularity is becoming an issue in your marriage. When you're in the process of making a decision about a last-minute invitation from them for dinner on a particular evening, that's not the time to have the discussion about the larger issue. But you do have to make a decision in the moment, and having some sort of plan in place before the heat of that moment might be advisable. Finally, if an issue keeps coming up time and again and is a regular source of conflict in your marriage, that is a good sign to seek the support of a third person, your priest or a therapist. Yes, there is a time for the difficult discussion that we need to have with our spouse, and choosing the time wisely can make all the difference. Until next time.